That's all right. Yes, they didn't know. Welcome back to today's second game of the Clark Pump and Shop 2025 Girls Sweet 16 games. It's the quarterfinal round. The winners of today's second game, the Frederick Douglass Lady Broncos. We got head coach Daryl Mobley, student athletes Reagan Gregonis, M.K. Bennett, and J. Lee Knowles. Coach, comments on the game, please.
Man, great game, man. Shout out to Taylor County. It's my first time I've been in a game where I felt like, man, they was actually turning us over. I think we turned the ball maybe 25, 27 times maybe. So they had a great game plan. It was like hot potato with us with the ball. We couldn't hold on to it.
Coach, they got that huge momentum swing like middle of the third or into the third, beginning of the fourth quarter. How did you guys, you guys were handed it back to them. How did you get the momentum back?
I told my girls, at the end of the day, we had to coach them. When it came just the mental part of it, I was just talking about just keeping our head in it. It's plenty of time. It's plenty of game. These are young girls, and I just let them know sometimes, you're young, you can just say, you just crash and just be like, hey, we're done. It's over with. So I just told them, I said, listen, y'all, last 2 minutes of this quarter, I said, we're going to try to get some stops. I said, we need to at least try to put together at least 2 or 3 stops, multiple, back to back. And I said, as long as we do that, I said, we're still in good shape. And I said, once we come out of here, I said, we get a defensive stop. I said, we come down and we end up changing our press. And so we started getting our hands on the ball a little bit more and slowed up the game how we wanted it.
Reagan, now you got that block that really was kind of a momentum turner there. There's been fouls being called at the end. How did you were able to square up? You and Jaylee both got blocks at the end. How big were they?
I just saw the ball go up and I just decided to go up with it. And then when I got it, I just knew to kick it out. So, because I knew they were going to foul because there wasn't a lot of time left.
I don't know. I was just in the moment and I had momentum, like you said, and adrenaline. And I just saw her go up and I was like, well, she's not about to score on me. So, yeah.
Got a question back here in the back.
Hi, congrats, ladies. I would just like to hear from you all speaking from there are times where the foul seemed a little inconsistent, fighting through those frustrations and still keeping a level head and playing well.
Can you repeat the question? She didn't hear you. Can you repeat it a little bit? It's part of it.
Well, to be honest, it was very frustrating. But we just had to lock in. We couldn't keep our head down. And if we seen the teammate down, we just pick them back up because, we just gonna fight towards the end and we won. Yeah, like she said, we had to stay together even after the calls were really, really, really bad. But we still had to stay as a team, and that's all we could do, and that's what we did.
We just had to put our trust in each other and we played together. And we knew we couldn't go out there looking for the foul. We just had to play hard and play through it.
How did you gather yourselves? So they had that clock malfunction while, they took the lead on the free throw after that. But you had plenty of time to talk about the game. That's a place where you could freeze up or get going. How did that clock malfunction play into it?
The malfunction kind of played in our favor. I felt like because we needed that rest. We needed it. My girls was tired. We was cramping over there a couple of times during our timeouts. One of our girls was cramping really bad, which MK was one of them. So she couldn't kind of perform the way she really wanted to out there. So I was glad because I was using it as a timeout. But in the midst of that, I was coursing my girls and just letting them know, just keeping their head grounded, letting them know about far as time in possession and what we needed and what we're looking at and the end of the quarter. And I was telling him about what we are going to do if we got the ball. I knew we was about to see a press, so I told him what we was going to get into. So we got to really go over a few things that, as far as looking ahead at what we wanted to do if we was in that type of situation.
Final questions for the Frederick Douglass Lady Broncos. Coach, with that said, congratulations on the victory. Good luck the rest of the way, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Appreciate that.
Watch your steps.
Watch your steps, go.
We now have the Taylor County Lady Cardinals head coach Matthew Turner, student athletes Kennedy Jackson, Riley Spurls, and Kennedy Diener. Coach, comments please on the game.
You know, I think that their size at times bother us a little bit, especially on rebounding. But our girls fought. You know, this is a special group. Special group.
Questions from the media, just raise your hand. Got 1, 2, and 3 back there.
Because you were really able to build some momentum off those and ones at the end of the third and start of the fourth for Kennedy. And carried that forward into the fourth quarter. How were you able to get back into the game? And then how much did the clock malfunction play into maybe there? Let me know.
You know, I think we decided that it was time to just leave it all out there. So we started to press a little bit more. We switched up how we were playing defense. And whenever we got steals and created opportunities for us offensively, we did a great job of getting to the rim, kind of putting pressure on them to foul us. And then I think I won't say the malfunction did much. I think it may have hurt our momentum a little bit, but they had to go through the same thing.
Riley, this year's been special for you guys. Being a senior, talk about that, what it means to you to get this girls team to the state tournament and the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I've been a part of this program for 6 years now, and this year's been the biggest blessing. We've just worked so hard and we've preached playing for each other and just really coming together as a team. And so being able to experience this, going to state, going to the Elite Eight, my senior year with the people that I call my family, it's been amazing. I can't ask for more, and I'm so proud of them.
Bye.
Can you talk a little bit about what this season has meant to the Taylor County community, and also talk about, you know, the pieces that you have coming back?
You know, our big motto was believe. And I think that because of how well we've played and the run we've went on, I think the community who was always supported, but I think they bought in and they believed the same as us. Not only could we win, but we belonged where we were at. I mean, we've seen it by the turnout. You know, our community's been amazing, especially these last, you know, region tournament, district tournament. You know, they've really showed up. The kids, you know, we've got fourth grade girls that play for us that were there yelling just as loud as, you know, grandparents that may have been here in 77. Right. So that's been amazing. You know, speaking is going forward, you know, I don't know how we replace these 5 seniors. You know, it's an amazing group. These 5 have given so much to this program. But I know that we have a younger group behind them that has learned what it means to put in the work, learned what it means to be a Lady Cardinal. So I'm appreciative of that. I'm appreciative of the fact that they were a shining example of what to do on the court, off the court, and that they never let me down. They gave everything they had, not just the seniors, but the younger kids too. But I think it started with the seniors.
Final questions for the Taylor County Lady Cardinals or the coach? Here, final question.
Kenny Jackson, talk about Diener getting that and one to get to the lead and how you fed off that momentum.
Diener is behind a lot of our energy. on the team in general. So whenever she can do things like that in moments that seem like, it's going downhill, she can come back and do things like that. And it's just, I mean, she's so impressive the way she plays. And for her to have 4 more years to do this, I mean, it's incredible. I feel bad for anyone who has to guard her or be guarded by her. But I mean, they're in good hands if she's leading them.
You know, when the game seemed almost like it was getting out of hand, what did you tell your team to settle them down for them to come back and take the lead?
Just tell them to fight. You know, it wasn't at that point, it wasn't so much X's and O's. It was just about, if you're going to continue to take a punch in the face, at some point you got to start punching back. And you got to fight. And they did. Offensively, defensively, they sat down. They took some pride in keeping people in front, scrambling around defensively, causing a lot of havoc at times. I think it wasn't nothing that I did. It's the girls. It's the ones that were on the court. It's their energy. There wasn't really a rhyme or reason to some of the chaos we were trying to cause. It's just I leave a lot to them, and I have faith that they're always going to make the right decision.
Coach Turner, congratulations to you and the Taylor County Lady Cardinals on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. To your right is what